the last 4 weeks, we have been studying abundance. I want you to anchor some of the things that you've learned through affirmations. So I'm going to read affirmations that I'd like for you to write down and to use just to anchor what we've learned. Let's begin. I see prosperity in all people, places, and things. Everything I do prospers because I am in partnership with the infinite. Give that some thought. I always have plenty to share, to spare, and a divine surplus. Unlimited channels of abundance are open to me right now. I accept the natural generosity of the universe. I am forever grateful that every part of my being is filled with overflowing health, love, happiness, success, abundance, and divine self-expression. As I abundantly give, I abundantly receive. This is divine law. My finances are constantly improving, and I am wealthy in many ways. I am the beloved child of God, heir to the kingdom. My life is full of limitless possibilities for good. There is a power for good in the universe greater than I am, and I can use it. I receive money abundantly and use money generously. I am abundantly supplied in every way. This is my life, and I choose to enjoy and to prosper in it. Divine right action is always working in my life. Only good comes to me. The universe is always saying yes. I am a money magnet. I am whole, complete, and perfect. I am grateful for my natural ability to attract loving and harmonious relationships. I am thankful for the limitless opportunities that I have to successfully express my unique creativity. I am always sustained in love. And so it is.
Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. Before we begin this celebration service, let's all join in and sing our opening song together.
One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just wanna shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just wanna shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life, one life, one love, one life, one life, one love, one life, one life, one love, one life, one life. Break it down. Keep on shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just wanna shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is.
Good morning, spiritual family. Thank you for tuning in. We all have an energetic presence, so wherever you're experiencing today's service, know that collectively we are Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. Throughout this service, if you feel a need for prayer, a prayer and a blessing for you, a family member, or a friend, then please go to our website and select our prayer request. Know that licensed spiritual practitioners are deeply committed to supporting you through prayer. We are here for you. Please feel free to call on us. As a matter of fact, even as I speak, 2 practitioners are providing spiritual support right now for you, for me, for our entire community. They are holding us in deep spiritual, loving care from their homes by sitting in meditation during this service. We thank Valerie Weiner and Bobby Williams for holding high watch for each one of us today. Now is the time for our weekly affirmations. We do this to add positivity, gratitude, and inspire a purpose-driven life for ourselves. If affirmations work for you, let us know by going to the group chat. Now, let's read this week's affirmation together. I trust and live in the infinite flow of abundant good. I trust and live in the infinite flow of abundant good.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender.
powerful Mother, Father, God, the font of all goodness. Even the lilies of the field are adorned and prosper. I am created in your image and likeness. This is the image and likeness of love, of plenty, of abundance. As I know this for myself, I know it for all. God's gifts abundantly fill my life to overflowing. My cup runneth over. Wealth rains down in all forms to be used for the sake of your kingdom. I'm so grateful for your grace. Your grace that is my sufficiency in all things. And so it is.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. We come together in this moment. We bind our hearts and minds, for we all form this tapestry, woven by one life, one creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now in one accord. We come together in this moment. We bind our hearts and minds, for we all form this tapestry, woven by one life, one creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now in one accord. One creation, undivided, all unique expressions of God. We come together now in one accord. We come together in this moment. We bind our hearts and minds, for we all form this tapestry, woven by one life, one creation, undivided, We come together now in one accord. We come together now in one accord.
Greetings and welcome to today's talk. I am very grateful and excited to be here to share with you at Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. Thank you to Reverend Laura Hallett for inviting me to speak today. And since the last time that I have been with you online through this series of videos on Wednesday nights, looking at the book Money Magic by Jessica Susanna Knatz. Well, interesting and wonderful things have been occurring for me as I stepped into ministerial, the root of ministerial really, as I passed my licensing process, which was wonderful. And then 5 days later, after that, I got married. So I'm now Reverend Mrs. Laura Topper and feeling good and grateful to be here with you sharing today with my continued idea of money magic and how this kind of meets science of mind, this glorious teaching that we love, that I love. And if you're here right now, I'm making an assumption that you know about science of mind. And if not, then listen on, stay with here for the next 20 minutes or so as I share my deeper thoughts and understanding around money and our relationship with money, and how this relates to the teachings of science of mind and how we can use the teachings in a really empowered way for our own lives. So let's take a breath here as we begin and just center into this beautiful moment. And I'm going to use this affirmation that God is my source and indwelling supply. Oh, I love this, because it allows me to really connect with that knowing that what I may think of or may ever have thought of as the divine or God or source, or the label and name that I give this creative infinite intelligence, that it's within me. And so as its idea unfolds, it's unfolding as me. Ernest Holmes, who developed science of mind, the science of mind and spirit, as a practical spirituality that we can use for our lives, for the embetterment of our lives and the collective. He knew, and he wrote down in his Holmes papers, that you and I are in the vanguard of the greatest spiritual movement the world has ever known. And as he was writing that, I assume that he was talking about the idea of oneness. And that is what this teaching is all about, knowing that we are one and demonstrating that in our lifetime. So we've looked at the book over the past few weeks, Money Magic by Jessica Knatz. We've worked through, or I've worked through, these 4 ideas of you are the guru, you are the money. It's not outside, it's not somewhere else. Get out of your own way and get into your money. Why? We need to connect with that feeling and the knowing of why. And the financial frontier, let's do the healing around those pieces that have maybe been around for many years and have created subconscious blocks, and then deepening our practice and doing it anyway. And from this, of course, I journeyed an adventure of, there's things I can look at here, because even if I think that I've ticked that one off the list and looked at that belief and worked through it and on it, there's always, always opportunity for growth and for opening up to a deeper expression of knowing who we are. And that's why we connect with spiritual practitioners, with science of mind practitioners, or mentors, those people that can help us to unfold the beliefs and release those causes that have mentally caused us to stay stuck. So I want to look at money. I'm really interested in money. I love this whole topic. What is money? You know, Charles Fillmore states that money represents a mind substance of unlimited abundance and accessibility. So he's saying that money is a representation of this infinite substance that's already here. It's the symbolism of that. It cannot safely be hoarded or selfishly used by anyone. It's a living magnet attracting good of every kind to those who possess it, those who train their thoughts to deepen on this mind substance for supply of all kinds, never lack. Money we can think of in our human experience as energy, as exchange for goods and services and things that we'd like or desire to experience in our lives. We make that financial exchange. We could see it as a value that we put on things. We value some things at a higher monetary price than others, although really, is that what money is? Because in our humanness, we're making the value, we're setting the price, we're saying and stating, oh, this is the exchange for this. It wasn't until about 5,000 years ago that the Mesopotamian people created the shekel. That was the first form of money, which is considered to be currency. Gold and silver coins were created around 600 BC. So we can look at money as a physical object, something that we can use to get things with. And through this money magic book, the magic that really happened to me was a deepening of the understanding of what was already in me, the knowing that it's never really about the money. The money is something that can allow me to do the work through, where I can realize the blocks that are holding me back. So what is it really about? Ernest Holmes knew that science of mind and spirit may begin for many people as a metaphysical teaching that draws people in for reasons that they believe can change the outer demonstration of their lives, to be able to experience greater finances, better jobs, increased health, better relationships, all of these things that we all want. We desire to live a fulfilled life and to live a materially fulfilled life as well. He also knew and realized, though, that these teachings run deeper than that. And that once we begin to understand how we can use the teachings to demonstrate these wonderful, prosperous lives that we desire, that we can realize the mysticism of the teachings. And that is the knowing of oneness. So we know that we're moving away in this process of learning from wanting to get things to feel better, to knowing that we are already it, and we don't need to get anything to be accepted by ourselves or by the divine. As God loves us right now, we are loved right now. Whatever level of human success we think we're at, we are already a success, and the light is shining through each and every one of us right now. So money offers an opportunity for us to know oneness. It's the way for collaboration and community. I really like this when I really thought about this. It gives us that oomph to go and be with people, to make those exchanges, to come out of our singularness and our worlds where we think we don't need to collaborate with people. Money gives us the opportunities for that collaboration, whether it's in physical, in meetings with people, you know, or online, if our work is online and we're doing things with people online, we're still connecting with people. And so money brings people together. And that's our idea of knowing the truth of who we are, how we can serve, how we can help, how we can be that support for each other, that we are not silos on our own, having to manage this world on our own. Money creates the possibility of community and of communion. So this is a gift. A quote by Evan Hodkins from the School of Academy: our exchanges of money are opportunities for an encounter with another soul. And we never know what that encounter really, really is all about until we take part in that conversation. There may be something that inspires through that conversation, or that heals, or that reveals, or that comes through as another possibility of how to unfold into an opportunity. And money really is just the access tool for that to happen. So when we stop looking at money as the thing to get and seeing it as the way of our lives, then we can live our lives from that place of freedom. We're not caught up in that trap of believing that if we don't have money, that we're not enough and that we are stuck. In our Declaration of Principles, number 6 is all the good in the universe has already been given and is waiting to be discovered. Let's just breathe that in for a moment. All the good in the universe has already been given and it's waiting to be discovered. By who? By me and by you and by each of us, as we are all an individualized expression of God. And we are all gifted with this idea that we can express prosperity right now and live into a prosperous life. And number 7, as goodness is realized, discord disappears. So not only as we realize the goodness that we are, the prosperity that is here right now as us, we open up to a greater revealing of our lives of harmony and of peace. Now, it may be said that peace is the foundation of prosperity, that when we are in that place of peace, when we are knowing the peace that passes all understanding, that our hearts are open to receiving. And that when there is unforgiveness in our hearts, when there is turmoil and inner conflict, and we are in a house divided, that we cannot be the great receivers of this divine flow of goodness for our lives. It was really incredible as Jason, I was going to say my partner, now I can say my beloved husband, proposed to me. He did so in a way that that allowed me to say yes, of course. And there were fears, running fears going through my mind of, well, how can this happen financially? How will there be all the hows, which I know that we're shown the way in this teaching in Science of Mind and in this practice, to not worry about the how. And yet, of course, you know, in me, I'm saying, of course, all of those hows were going off. How will we have the money for this? How will we be able to pay for that? How will all of this come together? Because I didn't believe on some level that I could hand it over to the divine and I could state what it was that I wanted to happen. and set the intention and be in the feeling of the whole thing, and allow the pieces to come together, allow the vision to unfold. And as I did this and surrendered and let go of the how, and as Jason did this too, the most incredible seeming miracles took place over a month and a half in September and the beginning of October. Opportunities came through for work. Checks came through the post, and nothing to do with getting married, from other sources and other ways and income streams. Possibilities opened up. People started saying, how can I help? What can I do? I'd like to do this for your wedding. I'd like to do that. The way was made clear in the most easy and graceful way possible. And the thread of this for me was that there was an excitement in my heart, because I held the vision in my mind and I knew it would unfold absolutely perfectly. Why wouldn't it? I was being prompted to put these prosperity teachings to use within me, practice them really deeply, to do the forgiveness work, to let go of my human no, to allow God to come through, to be the inlet and the outlet, and to hold on to the feeling. Ernest Holmes talks about feeling as being how God speaks through us to the heart more than to the intellect. So when we have a connection, which also Jessica talked about in her book, of the why, this why of and the feeling of this why and the conviction of this why, when we're connected to the why and to the feeling of what it is that we want to birth forwards for our lives, it's almost as if we have a direct telephone conversation with the divine, and suddenly God hears us. Of course, God is hearing us all the time. And yet when there is a heart connection and we're in the flow, as Ernest Holmes says, he believes that the heart of the universe is of the essence of pure feeling. And we know this in consciousness studies, in quantum physics studies, and what we are being shown that is coming through from the study of quantum science, that consciousness is a feeling. So I'm asking you, where is the feeling in the spiritual mind treatments that you are declaring for your life? Where is the feeling in the connection of the excitement of what you're doing for your life and what it is that you're choosing to bring in? Because what I know is that the feeling was so strong in me, the feeling of belief that this beautiful wedding ceremony and our marriage would unfold in the most wondrous of ways, with grace and with ease. And when I let go of that and just swam in the sea of all possibilities, it was incredible how these pieces unfolded so perfectly for the day to be so spectacular, and for everything and more than we could ever need to be provided for. So we know that we are living in and as a reciprocal process. This is the law of giving and receiving. This is the reciprocal nature of the universe. And the universe will respond at our own level of acceptance. And Troward brings this through in all of his writings. Thomas Troward, who Ernest Holmes, really studied and became a devoted student of, that the infinite can only do for us what it can do through us. So we have to be the open expression of this. We're invited to open up in our hearts to receiving, not only on a conscious level, subconsciously. That means unlearning all of the beliefs that may be stored that are holding us back, and opening up to the greater expression of knowing who we truly are as the divine. The power that to be delivered must be equal to the instrument through which it is to be effective. So we know in Science of Mind and Spirit, we talk about this idea of mental equivalent, that when we're holding a new idea for our lives, which is exactly what I did for our wedding ceremony and leading up to that and after that, and how we would have our wonderful honeymoon break, I held that mental equivalent and I did not allow myself to reduce that mental equivalent or to step away from it. I lived in it as if it was already happening right now. So the master teacher, Jesus, summed this up when he said that it is a thing of belief. Yes, Ernest Holmes always talked about this. We see him on his radio show, a live broadcast. You know, it is done unto us as we believe, he stated. And if your belief is the size of a thimble, spirit can only fill that much. If it's the size of a thermos, spirit can only fill that much. If it's the size of a train station, spirit can only fill that much. If it's flexible, elastic, and open at the top, spirit can expand it. So what we're doing is opening the vessel, the container, and being the greater instrument to receive. And not only that, there is another part to this that I'd really like to speak about for a couple of moments. And this is the idea of being the give, because the reciprocal process works first from the give. Think about it. God gives into life. God breathes into life. God's word spoken is the give of what God's idea of life is. And from that, God involves itself into life as it evolves back to the one. So this is the reciprocal process. God is not asking to take first. And Ernest Holmes knew this. He knew, as many of the master teachers and new thought teachers before, and now still know, that when we give, we are opening up the portal to saying, I am here as the loving presence, and I am not scared or afraid to be the flow. And that we mimic the nature, the divine essence of God by being the human version of the give. So we give first. We give our time. We give our talent. We give our treasure. We give the service of whatever it is that we are offering in the world. And when I say service, I don't necessarily mean spiritual service, although it's a spiritual idea. I mean, we give of ourselves in our work, in our profession, whatever that is. And we choose to give first financially. And Edwin Gaines talked about this, the idea of tithing or conscious giving. And I'm certainly not speaking about this now as a promotional idea to consciously give now. However, when we get this in our hearts and we are so tuned into it and so with the yes of this, and the give becomes the pledge of our life, we see our worlds unfolded in ways we cannot imagine. You see, this idea of tithing or love offering or conscious giving, it is not that we are being asked to give into something to keep that something going or afloat. No. From a religious or biblical standpoint in the Old Testament, the idea of this is to trust and have faith that there is an infinite supply. So as we are giving into whatever lifts our hearts and whatever we believe is doing amazing work in the world, as we're doing this, what we're doing is we're saying, yes, I trust that I'm not greedy, that I'm willing to release control of this situation. And as I see something else being prospered, then I see myself as prosperity. because we are one and there is no separation. So we're being asked to test this out and to prove it to ourselves. And this I do, and this I have done for many years. And I believe that this is why so many wonderful experiences and opportunities come through me, because I'm willing to trust and to have that faith. And as Ernest Holmes teaches, it is done unto us as we believe. So we can be that living demonstration of this. And we can go even further and say, I'm going to pledge an amount of money, because we can use the law. The law is an instrument. Our thoughts are an instrument. God, the divine, this intelligent, divine, creative, infinite source, is the thing itself. And the law is an attribute of this that we can use for our lives. So let's open up our hearts. Let's look at our mental equivalents. Let's see where we're hoarding within ourselves, and we can say, I trust for my life that money is flowing in as and through me right now, and being the greater expression of this. We have a mental atmosphere. Every person is surrounded by a mental atmosphere. And this is the result of all of our thoughts and all of the thoughts that have ever been. And it's continually either repelling or attracting conditions. So we can change our mental atmosphere through the use and the practice of spiritual mind treatment. We can powerfully change the way that we see, the way that we perceive, the way that we experience life. New Thought teachers knew this. Emma Curtis Hopkins. She would say over and over and teach her students, my good is my God and my God is my good. And this became her spiritual mind treatment. Nona Brooks, who would know that God's omnipresence is here and now and everywhere. And she would repeat this hundreds and hundreds of times a day. They were expanding their container, not only of receiving, but also of giving and knowing who they were as love. So we can look at all of the teachers of the past, and we can look at all of the teachers of now, and we can go on into the future to know that quantum physics is showing what the ancient wisdom teachers have always known. That as we collapse the wave particle right here and now and become the observers of more love, of more money, of more opportunity, more prosperity, more giving, more gratefulness, that we become the living demonstration of this for our lives. Charles Fillmore says that when you think of your money as something directly attached to an invisible source that is giving or withholding according to your thought, you have the key to all riches and the reason for all lack. So it's according to our beliefs. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing, and then do them so well that people can't take your eyes off you. Oh, Maya Angelou. I believe that money is here right now, and that the book Money Magic offers many, many great opportunities for us to look more deeply within and get practical about healing our money story. And we can go further by using science of mind. We can look at the practices that are here and the principles and the core concepts, and we can use these teachings for revealing prosperity in all ways of our lives. The prosperity that money offers is an opportunity for personal growth, for deepening our spiritual practice, for forgiveness, expansion of our container, a greater understanding of how we manage our thinking and therefore our lives. And it is a spiritual tool for dissolving the idea of separation and for knowing oneness. Yes, Ernest Holmes was truly right, Dr. Ernest Holmes. You and I are in the vanguard of the greatest spiritual movement the world has ever known. And please affirm with me, God is my source and indwelling supply. Blessings and love to you. Prosperous blessings and love to you. And here is a spiritual mind treatment. The purpose of this treatment is to know that money is here. There is enough. And that there is an expansion in the idea of who I am right now as this prosperous being. I know that there is one power, one presence. I know that God is all there is. Whatever I choose to call and name this thing itself. There are many names. God, Source, Infinite Creative Intelligence, the Divine, Allah, Yahweh, Hashem, Love, Life, so many names. And I know this thing beyond all names as this ineffable essence, consciousness and energy that is the knowing and flowing of the idea of all of life. And as this thing itself lives into itself and breathes into itself as an infinite expression that it is, I know that it is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. It is everywhere as all power and all knowing. It is the one thing that is expressing itself in so many glorious ways. And so I know that I too am this one thing, as there is no separation. I am the light, the love, the life, the prosperity, the money, the joy, the health, the abundance and well-being. And this flows in as and through me, as I too am the inlet and the outlet of God. So I lift and open my heart. I expand in my mental equivalent, knowing that right here and now money is here, flowing in as and through me. That this is the experience that I am living. I know of the richness and the wealth, the prosperity that shows up in each and every moment. As I choose to look for good, more good shows itself. As I choose to focus on the greatness, on the wonder, on the abundance, more greatness, wonder, and abundance shows up, as this is how life works. I know that there is an infinite supply, and that this supply supplies each and every one right here and now. And I see and know that this is eternal, that there is no beginning and no end to this, and it is immense. The provision is made for me, for you, for each and every being on our planet, that humanity knows what it is to know prosperity and wealth. I see and know right now that money, this flow of currency, is flowing everywhere, and that all ideas of lack and separation are instantaneously dissolved, evaporated, and dropped. That oneness prevails, that the shining light of love is here right now as God, living and breathing and having its being in, as, and through me and you and each and every one of us. I know the prosperity that prevails. I know the wealth that is here, the richness that is here. I see my idea changed and transformed. And I see many ideas changed and transformed around prosperity, all for the good, all for the embetterment of the whole, as I know that I am one. And so with this knowing, I give thanks. I know that this demonstration of prosperity, money, wealth, richness, abundance is here right now, experienced right now. And I'm grateful for this, so grateful. So grateful to be present here and be grateful to be open to the receiving of love of God. I let this be, knowing that God is all that there is, knowing that this word is seeded and soiled into the creative law, knowing that love is all that there is. And if you are in agreement with this, join me in saying, and so it is.
Here at Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas, we are a mission and vision-driven community. We offer transformative educational opportunities, deep and meaningful moments of connection, uplifting Wednesday and Sunday services. We greatly appreciate your contributions that support the amazing work we're doing here in Southern Nevada. We have several easy ways you can contribute. We have text to give. Simply text the amount of your donation to our text to give number and you'll be prompted to enter your information. There's a link to our online donation page posted below this video where you can contribute by debit or credit card. And of course, you're always welcome to send a check to our office if that works better for you. All of your contributions go to support the great work that we're doing here in Greater Las Vegas community.
Once upon a time there were a meeting of minds. The sun and the moon made a deal with the sky. The sun would take the morning, the other the night. Together they would blanket the world with light. But the moon had a shadow, she felt like a liar. The sun was the only one to carry the fire. The sun knew this, it kept on glowing. Bound to the moon, never saying you owe me. She said, I'll shine on you, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you. I keep it landing over you, burning in my heart to keep you from tripping over troublesome thoughts in the dark. We ain't that different, we huddle underneath the same stars. I see who you really are. You're every creature, every man, every woman and child. You're the closest thing I'll ever get to knowing God. Like the moon, the sun, will send you love and light. Sun like us, it'll fill the whole sky. I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, oh, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, oh, I'ma shine, shine, shine on you. Yeah. Think of the people that you love the most. Give them the light and hold them close. Yeah, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you. No matter the distance, space or the time, love travels at the speed of light. I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you, oh, I'ma shine on you, I'ma shine on you. And if we forget we are the chosen ones, take your eyes to the direction of the morning sun. The matter the space, no matter the time. Love travels at the speed of light. I'ma shine on you. I'ma shine on you. I'ma shine on you. Oh, I'ma shine on you. I'ma shine on you. I'ma shine on you. I'ma shine on you. Oh, I'ma shine, shine, shine on you. Yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 I'm gonna let it shine.
If today's music made you smile or get up and dance, show our musical guests some appreciation in the comments. And we want to let you know that your contributions are so significant to us. We could not do what we do each week without your love and support. Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas continues to provide enriching services, transformative classes, and powerful opportunities for connection within our community. Be sure to watch the announcements at the end of today's service for what's coming up in the weeks ahead. Now let's join together in a closing song before our benediction.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. All right, stand up, shake it out, let this move through you. It's been a while, let's do it. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
The monthly publication, Science of Mind magazine, is a treasure to be read and contemplated. Along with in-depth articles, there is a day-to-day spiritual support to be gleaned from its daily guides. Licensed practitioner Lynn Frankenberger hosts Adventures in Faith every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Zoom, and you're invited to join in. This is a weekly group discussion that focuses on those daily guides and how to apply them. Check Facebook and our weekly newsletter for more details. CSL Greater Las Vegas brings you much of your favorite spiritual music every Friday at 7 p.m. with Spiritual Soundscapes. Enjoy performances from CSLGLV vocalists along with special guest singers. It's music for your soul. Subscribe to the CSLGLV YouTube channel to get a convenient link sent to you for each musical performance. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. This mission supports the all-inclusive vision of Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, in which we envision a world that works for everyone and all of creation.